Let's talk about camera positioning when shooting motorsports. Fans pack the stands to experience the speed and the sounds of racing. And here are some of the tips that I use when trying to bring that action over to the screen. Tip number 1, look for motion. Drivers break down corners in 3 parts: entry, apex, and exit. And I sort of do the exact same thing when it comes to shooting video. The entry of a corner can give you aggressive turn in, sort of rapid downshifts, and the car's diving under braking. The apex of the corner gives you all the action of the curbs, and the exit gives you the most sort of aggressive attitude as the cars accelerate off the corner. For reference, my 15-second edits end up being somewhere around 40% exit shots, 10% at both the apex and entry, and then the other 40% around the pit lane. Tip number 2, look for track characteristics. Sebring has bumps, Road America has trees, and Watkins Glen has blue walls. You're shooting the characteristics of the track as much as you're shooting the cars. Find those characteristics and use them to your advantage. This apex shot from Daytona looks pretty boring, but that same camera setup while the cars go over the bumps at Sebring looks awesome. Tip number 3, the pit lane is key. People are where the story is. My first time at Daytona, I ended up spending about 90% of my time shooting cars on track and about 10% in the pit lane. And as I've evolved about a year and a half later, I end up splitting my time almost 50-50 between track and pits. The pit lane sequences are often very hectic, my most fun to edit, and are a big hook in my videos. Tip number 4, follow the light. I have an entire separate tech talk on outdoor lighting and how I sort of choose my positions on track based on where the sun's at any given time, so feel free to check that out for more in-depth info. And that's how I use camera positioning when shooting motorsports. If you enjoyed this, feel free to click buttons below to make sure that you see more of this in the future.